Welcome to our exploration of the rise of BRICS. The acronym BRICS stands for Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, 5 major emerging economies. Despite their diverse political systems and cultures, these nations are united by a common goal: to reshape the global order and advocate for a multipolar world that mirrors their growing economic and political influence. Collectively, the BRICS nations represent a significant portion of the world's population, landmass, and economic output, making their voice increasingly influential on the global stage. Coined in 2001 by economist Jim O'Neill of Goldman Sachs, the term BRIC initially did not include South Africa, which joined the group in 2010, further solidifying the bloc's presence across continents. Evolving from an economic concept to a political forum, BRICS now holds annual summits, engages in diplomatic dialogue, and collaborates on various initiatives. This rise is a clear testament to the shifting global landscape, where the traditional centers of power in the West are being challenged by these dynamic economies. As they leverage their growing economic strength, BRICS nations are not only asserting their interests but also influencing global governance. Despite internal challenges and diverse interests among its members, the shared desire for a more equitable and multipolar world serves as a unifying force. BRICS truly represents a new chapter in global politics, where emerging economies are determined to play a leading role in shaping the future. The formation of BRICS was driven by a shared vision of a multipolar world, challenging the traditional dominance of Western powers in global affairs. The BRICS nations advocate for a global governance that is more inclusive and reflective of the interests of developing countries, promoting a fairer international system that fosters cooperation and mutual respect. This vision emerged in a geopolitical context marked by the aftermath of the Cold War and the rise of globalization. With the United States as the sole superpower, its dominance was increasingly questioned as developing countries felt marginalized in global decision-making processes. Economically, as BRICS nations experienced rapid growth and industrialization, they recognized the need for greater cooperation to navigate the complexities of the global economy. By providing a forum for coordinating economic policies, promoting trade, and attracting investment, BRICS has gained leverage in international economic forums. However, their vision extends beyond merely challenging the existing order. BRICS stands out as a unique international organization without a formal secretariat or charter like the UN, operating instead through a consensus-based approach. This flexibility allows for pragmatic and adaptable responses to global issues. The annual BRICS Summit, hosted on a rotational basis by each member state, serves as the main forum for dialogue and decision-making. Here, heads of state and government discuss a range of issues from economic cooperation to security challenges, setting the group's agenda and priorities. Additionally, several specialized working groups and initiatives under the BRICS framework focus on areas like finance, trade, agriculture, and science and technology. These groups facilitate dialogue, exchange best practices, and develop joint projects, playing a crucial role in translating the group's vision into concrete actions. BRICS also engages in outreach with other countries and international organizations. BRICS presents a distinct approach to global governance compared to established institutions like the UN and the World Bank. While the UN focuses on international peace and security, BRICS prioritizes economic cooperation and development. Traditionally dominated by Western powers, the World Bank focuses on poverty reduction and development assistance. The UN operates on a hierarchical system with significant power vested in the Security Council. But BRICS promotes an egalitarian approach, giving all member states an equal voice. The UN's decision-making can be slow, often hampered by vetoes from permanent Security Council members, while BRICS aims for more agile and efficient consensus-based decision-making. Criticized for imposing stringent conditions on loans and promoting policies favoring developed countries, the World Bank and IMF contrast with BRICS's new development bank, which aims to provide funding for infrastructure and sustainable development projects in developing countries with less stringent conditions. BRICS's approach challenges the traditional dominance of Western powers by creating alternative financial institutions to shift away from the established order. The concept of a BRICS currency has gained significant attention in recent years. This would reduce reliance on the US dollar and promote greater financial stability within the bloc. The implications of such a currency are far-reaching, and could potentially reshape the global financial landscape. A BRICS currency would challenge the dominance of the US dollar as the world's reserve currency. It would provide BRICS nations with greater autonomy in international trade and finance. This would reduce their vulnerability to fluctuations in the US dollar and protect them from potential economic sanctions. A common currency would also facilitate trade and investment within the bloc, boosting economic growth. The idea of a BRICS currency remains a powerful symbol of the group's ambition to reshape the global financial order. The implications of a BRICS currency extend beyond the bloc itself. It could potentially inspire other countries to explore alternative reserve currencies. The emergence of a BRICS currency would be a significant step towards a multipolar world, challenging the traditional dominance of the West in global finance. BRICS has a significant impact on various aspects of global dynamics. The group's growing economic and political influence is shaping international trade, resource allocation, population trends, telecommunications, and even military considerations. BRICS's actions and policies reverberate across the globe, influencing the course of global affairs. In terms of global trade, BRICS nations are major players. They are significant exporters of commodities and manufactured goods. BRICS is also actively promoting intra-bloc trade, aiming to reduce reliance on Western markets. This shift in trade patterns is altering global supply chains and influencing commodity prices. BRICS nations are home to a significant portion of the world's population. The group's demographic trends have global implications. The large and growing populations of China and India, for instance, create both opportunities and challenges. These nations have a large workforce that can drive economic growth, but they also face pressures on resources and infrastructure. BRICS's population dynamics are shaping global consumption patterns and labor markets. BRICS nations are also making strides in telecommunications technology. China, in particular, has emerged as a leader in 5G technology. BRICS's technological advancements are influencing global innovation and shaping the future of the digital economy. The BRICS group has attracted considerable interest from other countries seeking to join its ranks. The allure of BRICS lies in its potential to provide a platform for emerging economies to assert their interests and influence global governance. Recent expansions and the aspirations of potential members highlight the growing appeal of the BRICS framework. Several countries have formally expressed interest in joining BRICS, including Argentina, Iran, and Saudi Arabia. These nations see BRICS as a way to enhance their economic and political clout. The expansion of BRICS would further diversify the group's membership and enhance its global reach. The motivations for joining BRICS vary among potential members. Some countries seek greater access to markets and investment opportunities within the bloc. Others are attracted by the group's political platform and its ability to challenge the dominance of Western powers. The potential expansion of BRICS raises questions about the group's future direction. A larger and more diverse membership could make it more challenging to reach consensus on key issues. However, it could also enhance the group's legitimacy and influence on the global stage. The future of BRICS will depend on its ability to manage its growth and maintain a shared vision among its members. The emergence of BRICS represents a significant shift in global power dynamics. The group's growing economic strength, its vision for a multipolar world, and its efforts to create alternative institutions challenge the traditional dominance of Western powers. BRICS offers a new dawn, providing a platform to assert interests and shape the future of global governance. BRICS's impact extends beyond the economic realm. The group is influencing global trade patterns, resource allocation, technological advancements, and even military considerations. The group's growing influence is undeniable, and its role in shaping the 21st century is only beginning to unfold. The future of BRICS remains uncertain. The group faces internal challenges, including managing its diversity and maintaining a shared vision among its members. External pressures, such as resistance from established powers, could also test the group's resilience. However, the underlying forces driving the rise of BRICS, the growing economic and political clout of developing countries, are unlikely to dissipate. BRICS represents a new chapter in global politics, one where emerging economies are determined to play a leading role. The world is watching as BRICS continues to evolve and assert its influence, potentially ushering in a new era of multipolarity global order.